What's up guys, it's your boy Taps and welcome back to another video. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, comment down below, join the family, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Please stay tuned. So this video is different from what I usually do. This is not a vlog. My friends are not here. So in this video, I'm addressing the class of 2024. I'm addressing my candidates. So for this video, I'm going to be giving you guys tips on how to ace your final exams. I wrote my final exams last year. I got a bachelor pass and a few distinctions in Yana, Netu Bambisa, came third in my school. So I know what I'm talking about. So now I'm going to help you guys to get distinctions, help you guys ace these exams. These are your final exams that you're going to write in high school. I was actually report after last, so we have to make it count. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. So the first tip that I have, number one, is that you need to set goals. One thing I've learned is that manifestation works. Manifestation really does work, but also your goals need to be realistic. You cannot be getting 20% the whole year maths and then expect to get 90% in your finals. That's not how it works. But getting 20% the whole year, you can see, okay, I have reached 39%. Now let us aim to get 50. That is you setting a realistic goal. You need to set goals because you will constantly think about, okay, 80%, 80%, 80%. Also, with setting goals, you need to aim high so that even if you fall, you are not falling down the barrel. You aim for 90, at least to fall about 80 or 70 something. You aim for 60, at least to fall about 50 something. But I need to, the point of this video is for you to ace those exams. So when we are aiming, let us aim. I was aiming to get a full house of distinctions. It didn't happen, but I did not fall too far with my other subjects. I did not fall down the barrel, except for one. But the point is, I did not fall too far. I was like, oh, almost there, we almost did it. So you can just set yourself with Yazin, I'm aiming for 70%. I want each and every subject of mine to be 70% plus. That's you setting a realistic goal for yourself, and that's you now working towards achieving that goal. The second tip is for you to get into the right headspace. Yebo will fail the whole year. That doesn't mean now you should be like, I'm gonna fail again. I've been failing the whole year. You will fail. Like, you will fail. You need to tell yourself, okay, I haven't been doing so well. What am I going to change in order to improve? What are some things that I'm going to do differently? I tried this and this was not working. I need to change it. You need to identify all the flaws, or like look back and see all the things that you did wrong. Okay, I used this study method, it didn't work. I should have tried something different. Oh, I tried studying this like this and I still got 30%. What do I need to do to change it? You need to look at those certain things and work on them. Be positive, be in the right headspace. Believe that you can get the marks that you want, and then you will ace your exams. My third tip is to create a study timetable or a schedule. It should include the day, the subject you are doing, the topics you are doing, the time you are going to do them. This also teaches you discipline, because one thing I noticed was during the year of my matric, I didn't really have a study time. So I would just wake up and be like, okay, today we're going to do some physics. And it's like, what am I doing exactly in physics? So if you know Guti, Monday, 9 p.m., I'm going to be doing life science and I'm going to do evolution. You already know it's okay. I'm doing life science at 9, evolution, I'm doing it for 1 hour. That already sets discipline. You know what you're gonna do. You know exactly what you're gonna do, so you're gonna want to do it. You're not now gonna still page one. It's okay. Let me do DNA again. Let me do the endocrine system again. By also doing this, you are spreading your time evenly amongst all the topics or amongst all the subjects. Also, you might identify ukuthi, okay, I'm not doing so well in maths. Let me put more time for maths. Oh, I was acing geography the whole year. Let me limit some time for geography because at least there I have an idea or I know what I'm doing. But with maths, I'm completely lost. Let me set aside more time for maths and less time for geography. But that does not mean ukuthi you should not pay it. You should not pay no attention to geography at all. No. You still need to, if I can share, revisit it once in a while. But like you're already writing your finals. You started your finals today. If I post this video tomorrow, you started your finals yesterday. So now it's crunch time. There's no time I'll do this in advance. So yeah, parliament. You need to make the change now. My next step is for you to use your exam guidelines. So I did pure maths, physical science, life science, and geography. And there was exam guidelines for maths, physics, and life science, but I didn't really use the maths one. So with the physical sciences one and the life science one, it literally has everything that you need to know for your final exam. For example, with physics, the first topic was Newton's laws. It will tell you how you must know frictional force. You must know Newton's first law. What do you need to know? Free body diagram, everything that you literally have the exam paper with you at your disposal. So I encourage you, I'm putting emphasis on the fact that use your exam guidelines. Just go on Google and search. We used the 2021 exam guidelines. I don't know if this year you're still using the same one, but just go on Google, just say 2024 physical sciences exam guidelines. It will pop out, download it, print it out, and work from it. Literally everything you need to know for your test, for your exam, your final exam is there in the exam guideline. My next tip is for you to have a study technique already on lock. If it is not broken, do not change it. This is not the time for you to be trying out new study techniques that you've never tried out before. No, biggest mistake. You should have found a technique that works for you throughout the year, and now you are just perfecting that technique. Finals are not the time for you to be experimenting. Uti, let me try this, let me try that, also fail. Have a study technique that has been working for you the whole year. Use it, you ace your exams. One of my most important tips, my sixth tip, is do past papers. The problem with this is that people always say do past papers, do lots of past papers, do this, but they don't really tell you how to use a past paper efficiently or effectively. Let me tell you how I used a past paper. So I would, for example, life science, go through 2015, the DNA section of the past paper. Do DNA before I even study, before I touch my books. I do the DNA section of the 2015 past paper, do the DNA section of the 2016 past paper, do a DNA section of the 2017 past paper. I do it, I mark myself according to the memo. That will allow me to see, okay, DNA, I actually know. What do I need to focus on? Where am I losing marks? Or I'm forgetting to put in keywords such as both strands will serve as a template. I'm forgetting to put both. Now in my head, in my exam, I'm writing, I know it's okay. While I was doing past papers, I forgot to know I must put both. It also works in the sense that, let's say I'm doing evolution. Throughout, I wasn't really that good with evolution, right? So maybe I do a past paper and it's like 15 out of 30, I'm like, okay, I need to work on evolution. Now I can open my book and actually go study the things that I don't know instead of just opening your book and studying the whole syllabus. How is that going to help you? Because you end up studying things that you know, and like now you are thinking about say, I'm actually studying, I can remember stuff. Can't do those stuff, you already knew them in the first place. So having to do past papers allows you to see your strong points, allows you to see your weak points, what do you need to work on, what are you fine with, what do you need to polish, and stuff like that. My next tip is do not pull an all-nighter the day before your exam. Unless you are writing at like the second session by 2 p.m. If you're writing at 9 a.m., why are you pulling an all-nighter when you should be sleeping? You should have studied days before. The day before you're doing past papers, you are revising and you are getting your 7 to 8 hours of sleep. This thing of sleeping was 6, uvuke was 7, you're palang 80. My life was a fail. Because how do you expect your brain to function properly when you did not even give it enough time to rest? Also fail. Please, at least because I know you guys don't like sleeping. 5 hours, okay, at least. At least 5 hours, Nyana. Your brain is not doing anything related to school. It is sleeping. Do not think about the paper in your sleep. Do not relax, sleep, let your mind rest. Now, my next, I think it's my last 2 or 3 tips. These tips are now things you should do on the day of the exam. Make sure you arrive early. Arriving late already sets you off. Now, if you get late, now we are rushing. Now you're not getting your reading time. A lot of things are now happening, and it's going to hinder you now when it's time to write. Arrive on time. How about if you're on 8? If they say arrive at 8 a.m., the paper starts at 9. Arrive at 8. Have the time to just breathe. You are sitting by your chair. You are just breathing. You are relaxed. You are not thinking about the paper. Now you are late. You are rushing to school first of all. You get there. You are tired. You katele. You are breathing heavily. Now, the paper like trapa. We are going to fail. And the goal is for you to ace these exams. So please make sure that you arrive on time for your exams. My second last tip is for you to use your reading time wisely. I'm going to be very honest. I do not like the concept of reading time unless I was writing English paper 1, Afrikaans paper 1, what else? That's all. The reason I do not like more reading time is because the minute I'm reading through the paper and I see a question, I'm going to want to answer it. But then I'm seeing a question that I do not know the answer to that question. I start stressing. Now I'm like, okay, why do I not know the answer? So most of the time I would not even go through my paper. Once I start writing, I'm seeing the question for the first time, I get shocked in that moment. Manje, if I'm going through my paper, okay, 3.5, I don't know the answer. 3.6, I don't know the answer. Now I am stressing before I even start writing my paper. But with English paper 1 and Afrikaans paper 1, I use the reading time to go through the comprehension. I start reading. I don't read the questions, nothing. I read my comprehension, get an idea what is it about, read the questions, go back to my comprehension. Now, after reading my questions, I am now reading with the questions in mind. Who is the main character, but in Afrikaans, V is the main character in the story. Now I am reading knowing what, okay, Thomas is the main character. Do you get what I'm saying? Why did this do this, do this, do this? Now I'm reading with that question in mind while I'm reading for the second time. So my reading time, English paper 1, Afrikaans paper 1, that's when I would use my reading time. My last tip for this video is time management. Please make sure you manage your time effectively. I struggled with time management throughout my high school career. And in my matric finals, it was even worse, and I had concession. I had extra time, but I still did not finish some of my papers. For example, my maths paper 2. Why is it so dark? Okay, there's no electricity, so I had to make a plan to get some light. So as I was saying, I could not manage my time effectively. And then now I did not finish my maths paper 2. I did not finish my physics paper 1. Some papers I would finish right at the last minute. I feel like if I was able to manage my time effectively, I would have done a lot better than what I did last year with my results. So I don't know how I can say manage your time effectively. I would just say, Guti, if you're struggling with a question, move on, you will come back to it. There's no use in you trying to figure out something that you do not know completely. At least if you have an idea, you can attempt it and then maybe revise it if you have time later. But if you're reading the question and it's like state Newton's third law and you do not know Newton's third law completely, move on. You will come back. If it's like um calculate the velocity of the ball as it is dropped from the roof. If you do not know how to calculate it, move on. You will come back to it. Because I feel like my time got chowed by me focusing on things that I do not know, and I spend too much time dwelling on those things instead of actually moving on to a next question that I actually might know the answer to. So time management is very important. With that last tip, I'd like to say good luck, class of 2024. You got this. Next year, Vulin newspaper, your name will be there. Bachelor pass, 7 distinctions, 8 distinctions, 9 distinctions, 5 distinctions. We know. Good luck, you got this. Do not stress, keep calm. And thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, you comment down below, share to your friends, and I will see you in my next video.